Today I have as my guest Miss Eula Page. Well, my next guests are James Orr and James Smith. It's my pleasure to welcome Don Luehrs with us today. Today I have as my guests David Longacre and Detrice Dawkins. Hello, I'm Johnnie Luehrs, and thank you for joining us for Chamber Moments. For the month of November, we're talking about the holiday season. We started off with wonderful things in Lakeview with Miss Eula Page, and they're having their tree lighting, they're having their Christmas parade, they're having a Polo Express, they're having vendors and everything on the Christmas on Boulevard. And so if you want more information about their events in Lakeview, please call Town Hall of Lakeview. Miss Eula is on the committee, and she does an excellent job, so we were delighted that she was with us today. We also had Reverend James Orr and Reverend James Smith. They were here today talking to us about the community Thanksgiving service. We have so much to be thankful for. And in November is Thanksgiving, and we want to thank our community. We want to thank our friends. We want to thank our pastors. We want to remember that we need to be thankful to God for what we have. And then we also had Don Luehrs with us with a hospice, and Don was talking a little bit about let's avoid the unnecessary visits to the hospital and don't put off as much as you can handle now. During the holidays, things are stressful, so let's try to make it as stress-free for the patient and for the family. We had Detrice Dawkins and David Longacre. They were with us today to talk about their nonprofit, and what they're trying to do is to bring people that have maybe stumbled a little bit, maybe have been in jail, maybe repeat offenders, but they're back in society and they want to make a contribution to society. And Detrice also does Cooking with Love, and she's feeding numerous facilities, home care groups, and it's a wonderful opportunity to be a volunteer with her and get to know her. And she's also one of our county councilmen. So it's been great, and I hope that you'll watch our show. I hope you'll learn something, and I hope you'll call the chamber and get involved with the chamber. We have memberships from individuals all the way through industries, and we'd love to have you as a part of the chamber family. Hello, welcome to Chamber Moments. I'm Johnnie Luehrs. Today I have as my guest Miss Eula Page. Miss Eula is from Lakeview, and we're here to talk about all kind of great things happening in Lakeview in November and December for our holiday season, our Merry Christmas season. Let's talk about that. Hello, welcome.
Oh, thank you.
What's the first thing on the agenda?
Well, the first thing that we have in November the 26th is the tree lighting, and we call it the Tree Lighting Express. They've been having the tree lighting in Lakeview for years, but last year we decided to give it a name and add some more events to it. So the tree lighting going to start at 5 o'clock, and the Tree Lighting Express going to be the trackless train that we have, and it's going to be a little bit before 5. And then they're going down to the tree, going to sing some songs, which going to be led by JoJo Hammond, a young lady from out of Fremont. And then we're going back to the community center, and there they're going to do the Polar Express movie. They're also going to have some vendors, and we're going to have hot cocoa and some coffee. And we're going to just have a lot of things going on down there.
I think last year was the first year we did the Polar Express.
Yes,
and how
last
much
year.
The kids loved it and the parents loved it, and it was great. And outside lighting of the tree. Now, where's the tree located?
The tree is located down on Richard Temple Boulevard, right off from the post office.
Okay, and can't miss it.
Cannot miss it. Cannot miss nothing in Lakeview, really.
Okay, and that kind of leads us into December. What's going on in the month of December?
In December, the first Saturday in December, I keep going back to the second Saturday because that's when the Christmas on the Boulevard used to be years ago on the second Saturday, but now they moved it to the first Saturday in December, and it's starting at 8 o'clock in the morning. The vendors are going to come, and by 9 o'clock, we're going to have entertainment on the center stage, and some of the entertainment going to be JoJo. She'll be there. Also, we have Devastating Divas here from Dillon, and we have Miss Justine Roberts Performing Academy coming out of Mullins. We're going to have vendors with food trucks, and the photo booth here going to be there. And it's just going to be a lot of, and the parade is at 3 o'clock. So we're going to have a lot of things going on in Lakeview, and the fire departments are going to be selling dinners.
Okay,
so,
good.
Yes.
And so do you know what time the dinners start? Is it 11?
At 11, the dinners,
11.
and they'll be selling them, I think, until they run out, and it's be basically all day long.
Okay.
So
And with the vendors, you said food trucks, but do we have any of the crafters or anything like that? Will they be with
We're
us this
supposed
year?
to be having some crafters coming, and also bouncies for the children, something for the children to have fun on, the
And if the
bouncies.
weather doesn't cooperate, will we move it inside the community center?
It'll be moved inside the community center like it's normally, would be inside the community center.
We're looking forward to that. So,
Yes, we have a lot of stuff planned for Lakeview.
right.
We are trying to have events for every month in Lakeview. So this is something that we're excited about, the Lakeview Event Committee. So far, we had about 6 or 7 this year, and next year we're trying to fill up the whole year.
Well, I'm looking forward to every one of them.
Yes.
Thank you, Ms. Sheila.
Okay, then. Thank you, too, for having me.
Thank you. Well, my next guests are James Orr and James Smith, and we're going to talk about some events that we have going on in November and I think in December. But something that we have every year is our community service. So, James or James, which one wants to jump in?
This has been something that we've been doing each Thanksgiving. We are trying our best to encourage all of our church families to come and join in with us. Thanksgiving is a great time of the year for families to give thanks to the Lord for the way He's blessed them. And it's also a great time for us to gather together as the spiritual community here within Dillon County, to come together as churches and as a community to say thank you, Lord, for blessing us. We've got a lot to be thankful for, but we've got a lot to pray about also. One thing that sort of staggered me this past week was when I found out that we here in Dillon County, we're #1 in violent crimes in the state of South Carolina. So the people of God need to be praying. Our county needs us to be praying. And the best way to get God's attention is, first of all, to give Him thanksgiving for what He's already blessed us with.
Will we have a theme this year since you talked about violence? Are we looking at a theme for our community service?
Our Chief Deputy, Jamie Hamilton, will be one of our guests there. He will be leading a prayer for unity and for safety for our community. And then Pastor Joseph Graham of New Memorial Temple will be leading the prayer for our churches gathered together. Raymond Davis, the pastor at Great Expectations Church, will be our speaker bringing the message, and he will also bring a message of unity and hope. Raymond's a great speaker, and we look forward to that. James's choir, he's still in, is going to be leading the music, and so they have a couple of special songs they're going to sing. We're all going to sing together, Come, Ye Thankful People, Come, which is a great old hymn, and then we have some other pastors who will also be leading in prayers for various things. Pastor Henry Altman of the Main Street United Methodist Church, Pastor John Graves of the Word Church of Jesus Christ will be saying the benediction, and there are a couple of more. The offering this year will be like it has been in the past. It will be split 50-50 between the Pregnancy Center and the free medical clinic. So it supports the entire community that way.
And the service will be taking place on Sunday evening, November the 20th at 6 o'clock at East Dillon Baptist Church down on South 16th Avenue.
Okay. Do we need to make a reservation for it or
No.
anything, or just plenty of room and encouraging everyone to go?
Right. Masks are not required this year.
No.
The event is sponsored by the Dillon County Ministerial Alliance. And so we are encouraging everyone to come. It's a non-denominational event. It's an event, as James has already said, for our community and for the faith community to get together, to give thanks for all the many blessings we have. I'm also well aware of the latest report, but I am also well aware of the efforts that are being made in our county by both our law enforcement, by our ministers, and others throughout our county to take and combat this. And we're actually seeing, one thing about statistics is they're always in the past. They're always old.
That's right.
And so we're seeing some differences being made already, and we're very thankful for that.
Well, I just want to mention Judgment House. Reverend Smith, you had that, and
We
that
did.
was such a wonderful experience, and I think you do it just about every single year.
We do. We were shut down for a couple of years because of the COVID.
Right.
But we were back in full force this year. We had over 1,300 people that came through in 2 weekends, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of 2 weekends. Had 146 people make a confession of faith for Christ and 195 rededication of Christians. And a lot of time just to take time to pray with people. As a matter of fact, last night at our church, this is a thing that takes place not only with the people of East Dillon Baptist Church, but there's about 7 or 8 different churches. Brother James's church family's involved, United Methodist involved, some of our Pentecostal friends, some of our black friends. It takes an effort of all of us coming together to put this thing on. And last night we had sort of an afterglow thing. We had a meal, and all the workers were there, about 125.
Wonderful.
And just gave testimony and had a great time. But we feel like that it's a great impact on our community. We really do.
And you plan to do it again this coming
We do. We've already
2023.
started making plans for that for next. We were late coming this year. It got into October on us this year. Normally, we try to have it somewhere around the 1st to the middle of September. And that's what we're sort of shooting for next year is September.
Okay. And now let's tell our viewers again the community service, location, time, and what they need to do to be there.
It will be this coming Sunday, November the 20th at 6 o'clock at East Dillon Baptist Church, 702 South 16th Avenue, right at the end of 16th Avenue, right in front of South Elementary School.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
John.
you. Welcome back, James. Let's talk a little bit about music. And I know that's one of your favorite subjects, but there's a group that you belong to. So tell me a little bit about that. What's going on?
Well, I recently, last year in fact, joined the Masterworks Choir out of Florence. Now, they've been around since, 40-some years now. So they've have an extensive history, and they are quite a group. We are 84 members strong. We've just finished Brahms' German Requiem last spring. That's the first piece that I did with them. And I was just very, very impressed with the professionalism, even though it's an all-volunteer choir. But there are just so many people, their backgrounds are so strong from college and other things in this. We focus on what most people would call classical music, even though this coming spring we are doing a world premiere of a new piece by Terry Johnson, which is a big deal. The choir has a worldwide reputation. They have toured in Europe. This coming summer we'll be going to tour a 10-day tour in Ireland. They have sung at Carnegie Hall, at the Vatican. So this is quite a group. And Dillon has some great connections here. We have, of course, the Robin and
Mike
Shaw,
Rouse, yeah.
Robin and Shaw Thompson, and Mike and Beth Rouse, Jackson Stone, myself, all from Dillon. There are a couple other people from this area as well. They draw people from all over the place. There are a number of people from Hartsville, and many people, like myself, drive an hour or more just to go to rehearsal every Monday night. And this is one of those things that I really enjoy. I haven't done anything on this level really since college myself, and to get back into this was quite a lot of work. But it was quite exciting to get back on that level. I love classical music myself. We just finished singing at the South Carolina Pecan Festival. Most concerts are in the sanctuary at the Central United Methodist Church in Florence, but they have a big concert at the Florence Performing Arts Center, Francis Marion Performing Arts Center, downtown Florence, each year. And that will be coming up. I'm very excited about that concert in the spring because we'll be celebrating the 10-year anniversary of our conductor, Dr. Will Carswell, well known in music circles around the world. We'll be celebrating the life of Senator Hugh Leatherman. We'll be performing the new work by Terry Johnson, the Te Deum, and we'll also be doing Mozart's Requiem, and that's quite a task. But closer to hand, coming up in December on December's 10th, that's Saturday, and Sunday, December the 11th, that's Sunday. Both concerts are at 4 o'clock. The Saturday concert includes a children's choir. And so we will actually be doing 2 pieces with the children's choir, and they will be doing 4 pieces by themselves.
Do you have the same director for the children's choir?
No, there is a young lady who directs the children's choir. Will does the adult choir, the full choir. One of the neat things about this, as I said, everyone that does this is volunteer, but they bring in instrumental musicians, violinists, and so on and so forth. Whatever they need for an orchestra, they get paid. So they're professional. The Masterworks Choir has a budget. It is supported through South Carolina arts and local businesses and so on and so forth. If anybody's wants to take and make a donation toward that, or is interested in advertising, that advertising space starts at $100 a slot and goes on up. We're like everybody else; we'll take your money. So, but the fact of the matter is, it's a worthy cause. The choir is in great demand for various things. And like I said, there's just a lot of professionalism, a lot of key things that are involved in this. But the amount of work that goes into this is pretty incredible. Things that you don't see behind, when they're up on the stage, you don't see behind the scenes, the amount of practice and the time and the talent and everything. So like most things in life, there's a lot of things that have to happen before you see the magic. So,
well, let's tell the folks again the dates and the times.
On Saturday, December the 10th, Sunday, December the 11th, both concerts are at 4 o'clock. These concerts will be in the sanctuary of the Central United Methodist Church in Florence. We are doing two main pieces. We are doing Bach's, Johann Sebastian Bach's Magnificat, and we are doing Marc Charpentier's Midnight Mass. The Charpentier is very beautiful. He was a court composer for Louis XIV, and so you can feel the dance rhythms and stuff. But all the lyrics are based on traditional French Christmas carols. So
Beautiful.
it is beautiful, very
Do
beautiful.
we need a reservation? Or
No
anything?
reservation, open to the public. There is no charge, no cost. The entrance to these concerts are always free.
Okay, thank you, James.
Thank you, Johnny. Appreciate it.
It's my pleasure to welcome Don Luehrs with us today. And Don is a local meteorologist, but he also works for Agape Care of South Carolina. And November is a very special month with hospice. So let's talk a little bit about that.
It is. It is National Hospice and Palliative Care Month across the USA. So I wanted to share some information about that. It's really a month to call awareness to hospice services and palliative care services and help people understand what they are. First, people hear those two terms, they wonder what the difference is. Hospice is designed for someone that has a illness that's past the point of being cured, but we come in and help with symptom management, pain management, and controlling best we can day-to-day quality of life, just trying to make every day a good day. Focus is not on curing, it's on quality of life for the time that's left. Palliative care can still have a curative side to it. It can still be aggressively trying to seek a cure, but also having palliative consults in addition to that to kind of consolidate goals of care and planning ahead and where's this all headed to type conversations, and that is under the palliative care program.
And that is kind of determined by the doctor and the patient, is that correct?
It certainly is. For a lot of folks, they are probably a hospice appropriate patient, not meaning that their ability to actually get a cure is probably already behind them. But sometimes they're just not to that point where they can make that decision psychologically, or just they just haven't reached that emotionally to be able to make that decision. Palliative care gives them a space to still see if there's any other curative treatments out there they might want to pursue, and at the same time have some goals of care plans being laid out and some consults with a whole range of experts in that field of what is the best path forward.
Okay. And if somebody would like to talk with you, how do they reach you?
They can reach me by my cell phone, which is 843-506-2067, or they can reach me through the Chamber of Commerce through your office or through our office, Agape Care. We're right there on West Harrison Street in Dillon, and I'm in charge of everyone that needs help in Dillon County, Marion County, and Marlborough County.
Okay. And what would you like for our viewers to know, the one main thing that you'd like for them to know?
Well, it is holiday season, and one thing I've run across sometimes is folks says, yes, I think I do need the help from hospice, but I'm going to do it after we get through the holidays. Or I hear from the families, yeah, mom really could benefit from that, but let's do it after we get through the holidays. One thing hospice is great at doing is eliminating crisis points, smoothing them out, really reducing the number of times you end up in the ER, things like that. And I think it's really beneficial for folks that are clinically ready for hospice and able to have hospice to go ahead and do it, because it has a good chance of helping you get through the holidays with less of a health crisis point coming up. I'm talking about, Thanksgiving Day and all of a sudden you end up in the ER, or 2 days before Christmas and you end up in the ER. If you had a 24-hour on-call nurse to call and help you through that episode, there's a good chance you would never need to go to the ER. We could help you right in the home. And the patient would be home, the family would be home. And there's so much illness out in the community right now that going into a healthcare facility is going to expose you to some of that. There's no way around that. But in a ER, not be exposed to something if there's other people in there. So there's a lot of benefit to going ahead and get that hospice care started and having that be one of your tools to have a more pleasant and successful holiday season.
Okay, thank you, Don.
You're welcome.
Today I have as my guests David Longacre and Detrice Dawkins. But first I want to say thank you both for helping with the Taste of Dillon County. Detrice, I think this was your very first time participating. You want to tell me a little bit about it?
Wow, I had a great time. Thanks for the invite. I enjoy cooking. That's a hobby of mine. It was an experience. It was really an experience. The turnout was bigger than I ever imagined it to be. Looking forward to next year.
Good, very good. David, what was your experience with it? Because this is the first time you were able to participate.
It was the first time I was able to participate. I've been there in the past, but I actually had a great time, and it was such a wonderful turnout to see everybody there, getting a group together and seeing all the people in Dillon County. It's a wonderful experience.
And everybody comes together. It's not. It's inclusive, not exclusive, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that we want everybody to be a part of it and everything. So we look forward to it. And once again, thank you for supporting the chamber and the events that we do.
And anybody that didn't get to try Detrice's food, you need to. You definitely need to. Call her up, tell her, hey, I want a taste of something.
She's called Cooking with Love, okay?
Cooking with
That's what it
Love.
is, Cooking with Love. But you also do some other stuff. You have a nonprofit. Let's talk a little bit about your nonprofit.
My nonprofit is called Logistics of Hustling. It's a reentry program for people that are getting in and out, getting out of prison or jail. We are working with the age groups of 16 and up, male or female. What we do in the community is help them reunite. We provide financial literacy. We provide the educational piece. We also help find jobs, help find housing. And it's an individualized program. We work one-on-one. It's not a group setting, so that you are able to come sit down and really express the goals and things that you really want to work on.
And a good guide to help somebody lead them where, they might need just some extra push or just the contact and stuff like that with someone. So it's an excellent program. Now, I know you've been working a lot with David, and David has a couple of things coming up. I think you've got some stuff at the theater that you want to talk about, and shopping with a cop, different little things. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, and I would like to say thank you very much for being a part of your nonprofit. I'm really appreciative that we can be out there in the community, and especially since the recent report with our violent crime rate here in this county. What you're doing is very important, and trying to bring everybody together on multiple levels to figure out where the disconnect is. I think you're doing a great job, and it's a much-needed service for this county. So we appreciate you, and thank you for letting me be a part of that.
Anytime, David.
So we have, with Woodman Life, Woodman of the World, we have several projects coming up. We've had some great turnout for events in the recent past, but at the Dillon County Theater on December 8th, we have a Christmas program where we have a couple of our dance groups from Dillon that are coming to perform, and some of the kids from the schools are going to be singing some Christmas songs and giving a little bit of a performance. And that will be at the Dillon County Theater on December 8th at 7 o'clock.
Thursday, December the 8th, 7
Yep.
o'clock.
So we're really excited about that. Hope everybody comes on out there to see it, see what's going on in our theater. We have multiple things coming up for the Dillon County Theater, which is great too. I'm really excited to see things happening there. So stay tuned on that part. We will be launching a website for the Dillon County Theater, which is another exciting tidbit. That is expected around the beginning of December to be live and active, that you can go to the website to check out all the programs that are coming up to the Dillon County Theater. Also, there will be ticketing available online, so anybody that is interested in purchasing tickets in the future, they will be able to go online and purchase their tickets electronically going forward. So we're
And
excited
renew their
about
memberships.
that. Yes.
And we're always seeking members for the Dillon County Theater.
We are, and we're very thankful and grateful for all the members that we do currently have, and we're also looking for new members and sponsors for the Dillon County Theater. Our performing arts are a very much needed asset to this county, so anybody that wants to become a member, please do.
Okay. Shopping with a Cop.
Yes, we're excited about Shop with a Cop program that's coming up in December. As it gets close to Christmas time, we've reached out to all the police departments and the county sheriff's office. We're going to be getting a group of kids from different parts of the county, and we will do the Shop with a Cop program. So each one of the police officers will have about 4 to 5 kids. We'll be able to go out shopping with them on a desired day, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun with that, and getting the kids introduced to first responders, especially the police department, that they're there to help. They're there as a friend, and we have a lot of kids that we want to see them have a great Christmas.
So it'll be shopping for them too. So that's
It
what's so
will be,
nice. Yeah,
yes.
definitely. Well, I thank you both for being with us today, and we will talk soon because I know there's a lot going on in Dillon County. New Year starts very soon, and
Yes.
we'll have a whole list of things planned for us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Detrice, we were talking a little bit about cooking with love, and that's kind of how you like to do is cook with love. And part of the love is that you give to other people. And I think you have somewhere you're going to be doing one very soon. Let's talk about it.
Yes, on December the 10th at 12 o'clock, we're going to be feeding the independent living facility in Riverdale. We're going to go there and provide a complete meal, chicken bog, screen beans, baked macaroni and cheese, and chicken. It's for the facility members. So if you would like to donate, I will greatly appreciate it.
Okay. What type of donations do you need? Would
food, or we would like to provide pajamas and socks, and pajama socks and hygiene products to that
all right.
facility.
So anything like that. So
Yes.
that would be good. All right. If somebody wants to help you, how do they reach out to you?
You can call me at 843-617-3425, or you can reach out to me on Facebook.
Okay. Thank you, Detrice.
You're welcome.
Hello, I'm Johnnie Luehrs, and thank you for joining us with Chamber Moments.